What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is the boss for another quick live stream tonight. Guys, what is going on? It is the second live stream that I have ever done personally on YouTube or otherwise, so this is just going to be a quick, I would say 15-minute little stream. If anyone comes in and wants to chat or anything like that during that period, if anyone does, cool. If not, and you guys see it on YouTube later on at some point, cool as well. Nothing much is going to be going on this stream. I'm just going to be talking about a few channel events going on. It's going to be basically a channel discussion stream, if that makes sense. Plus, this is a quicker way for me to do, like, sort of video for the day without having to record it and upload it, because I'm sure that makes sense to you guys. Basically, what I also wanted to say right off the bat was, besides, you know, like, some channel stuff, these live streams I do want to do at a better hour, because I know this is the second time in a row that it has been extremely late, and I'm sure a lot of people that watch the channel, or viewers on YouTube in general, probably are asleep by now, so I completely understand that. So I will be working around, you know, a better stream schedule. I will probably be posting a vlog video later on, probably. I'm talking a bit more about streaming and stuff like that and the times that I'm going to be working out, but I will tell you guys this now. I will be doing them at a sooner, I suppose you could say, sooner rate, sooner time. So, yeah, if that makes any sense to you guys, that's what I'll be end up doing. So anyway, let's get into the little live discussion we have going on here. First off, I'm not expecting a whole bunch of people to be in here right off the bat. I just started doing this, and it's obviously, you know, I want to get into streaming other things, so, you know, keep that in mind as we go through with this. I just decided to do this quickly today. But how are you guys doing today? It's been a pretty good day for me. I'm getting over being sick, as I told you guys about yesterday. Allergies are always kicking my butt every single year. Every time the turn of the season comes, it's terrible, honestly. It sucks. But, yeah, a couple of channel things going on. I will still be doing videos, let's not get that confused. I do live streams as part of oh, we got Patrick in the stream. How's it going, my dude? Yeah. Welcome to the stream, man. I don't know if you, saw my other live stream, because I don't... yeah, no, you weren't there yesterday. That was Phil, never mind. Anyway, what's going on, man? I'm doing pretty good, man. This is my actually second live stream. I'm gonna be I don't know when you got in, but here you are now, I guess. So as I was talking about before, I'm going to be streaming more frequently here on the channel. I'll still be doing the regular like new superhero content that I've been doing. You know, that I've done over the past several weeks before I took a break. Oh, you never got a notification? Well, hit the bell. I mean, that might be a good start. But yeah, like I was saying, besides my regular videos, I'm going to be live streaming more. I want to do it at better times, though, because I know that, I don't know how late it is for you right now, Patrick, but for where I am right now, in the good old US of A, it is like 11:30, something like that. Wait, hold on. I can give you an exact time. Let me check here. 11:27, so I was close. So it's really late. I want to come up with a better stream schedule so that way I can, you know, reach out to more people. And obviously, you know, besides the fact that it is so late at night that, also we're both in the same time zone. Well, in that case, I don't know what you're doing up this late. Of course, I can't say that much either because obviously I'm up that late still. This late still. But yeah, I want to come up with a better stream schedule. I want to stream like earlier in the day. Problem is I'm still busy and stuff, but I talked about that yesterday. But, I will be coming out with better streams. I'm going to be actually doing... You always have to like 6 a.m. I don't blame you for that one. The problem is I have school, so unfortunately I can't stay up that late because if I did that, I would only get like 3 hours sleep or 4 hours sleep every night because of my class schedule. But I'm going to be streaming some gameplay and stuff, and I'm planning on doing some Crash Bandicoot, streaming some of that. I think that'll be really cool because I remember the failed Let's Play series that I did before I switched the channel over to superhero content. I was starting to do a Crash Bandicoot Warped live, not live series, my Let's Play series. I don't know if you saw any of those episodes, Patrick, but, I did some of those, and, yeah, I had fun with it, but I kind of lost my passion for filming gaming videos, just due to time constraints and passion not being there for, unlike my superhero content, wasn't really into gaming. But streaming it is a completely different story. Saves me the time from recording it, editing it, and then uploading it, when the video would just be instantly uploaded after I stream it. So I think that'll be really good. But, point is, I'm going to be streaming at better times, at more convenience for so more people can watch. And obviously, I'm not sharing this on social media. So I'm feeling on Twitch. I'm not able to stream on YouTube anymore, but still. Yeah, sure, man. At some point, I'll check you out on Twitch when I have the time. I'm assuming the name's still the same, if not correct me. But I'll check you out on Twitch. I never really thought about streaming on Twitch, to be honest. I think YouTube is just a more convenient place for me, because it's the main, I wouldn't say main social media platform, because obviously I use Facebook and stuff. But as far as, like, video-wise and, like, video game-wise for streaming, I'm going to stick with YouTube. Patrick, anime lover. Okay, I will keep that in mind, and I will, at some point, hopefully, if I remember, follow you on Twitch and check you out. So, keep that in my memory banks. Hopefully it stays. Hopefully. But yeah, I definitely want to start doing some more, definitely start streaming more, definitely want to do it at a better schedule, and definitely sharing on social media. By the way, if any of you guys watching out there want to share this stream link, because I actually just did post this to my main Facebook page. Of course, that's not sharing it as much as I would want to, because I'm not posting this in the Facebook chats, or not chats, YouTube groups where people can actually see it. So if any of you viewers watching, or, you know, Patrick, or anyone else that comes in the chat or anything, the live stream, or watching this at a later date, if you guys could, you know, maybe spread the word about the live streams and stuff, that'd be really cool. Stream late at 12 a.m. Dude, I don't blame you at all. I think I streamed about this time later. I streamed for like 47 minutes yesterday. Of course, that was just a start 'em up stream, and the stream was a complete mess, and I just did a bunch of random and really stupid stuff. But hey, you know what? It's good times for the first stream. Of course, I don't expect these early streams to be as organized, but you could say this one is, because it's just like a basic discussion of like the channel and, you know, some streaming and stuff. I'll still probably end up making a vlog on this. But if any of you guys that are watching or end up seeing this on YouTube later, if you guys could share this on social media and stuff, spread the word that I am doing live streams, and we can get some other people involved, like watching and things like that. That'd be really awesome if any of you guys could do that. So, I mean, that's completely up to you guys. I'm not forcing you to do it. It's not like I'm gonna throw this. Yeah, dude, it absolutely does take time to get better equipment. The problem is with me right now, I don't have the time, and I don't have the money for it, obviously, because college student, right? But the equipment that I have right now, I'm satisfied with, and I think of it as it's good equipment, and it's an easy way for me to communicate and talk with you guys, obviously. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. But like I said, if any of you guys could share it on social media at any point, that'd be really good. But I'm also going to share it on social media, either in the beginning parts of the stream, or I'll probably be posting it, like, beforehand, before I even start the stream, like, right before I start the stream. Of course, after the streams go up, like tomorrow or something, I will be sharing this particular stream around, trying to draw attention to it and things like that. So it's about that hustle, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, at this point, I mean, like, I will still be making videos and stuff. I mean, let's not get that confused. But I do want to do more live streams, because it's a better way to interact with you guys at the time when I'm filming them. And also, of course, they go up as videos themselves, which I will be sharing on Facebook and stuff as usual. So, anyway, that's basically where the streams are at right now. I hope to stream at some point this weekend. I hope I can get, I might try and stream tomorrow. Tomorrow night's kind of busy, though. Might try and stream Thursday night. I might do a live stream tomorrow. No guarantee that it'll be gaming, though. Well, it might be, though. Let me think here. Yeah, I should be able to. Because tomorrow night I have class all day, then I gotta go to another class, then I have a fandom meeting, and then I'm going out to eat with some friends. So after I get back from that, I might be able to actually do a stream. Start it up like a gaming stream. I mean, again, like late at night, I know it's not the best idea, I understand that, but I mean, frankly, at this point, unless it's like on a weekend or something like that, it's really not going to be that possible for me to do a stream in the middle of the day, which I'm fine with right now because, you know, I'm still going to be spreading them around and spreading the word that, you know, they're going to be late at night. Actually, what I should be doing is I should be establishing a time period for when I will be streaming, so I'll probably just say, like, between 9 and 11 Eastern Standard Time, or like 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time or something like that. I'll post some stuff on it, like before I start the stream when I'm planning on doing it, and hopefully it'll go off, because obviously I'm not doing anything this late at night. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much where that's at. So Patrick, now that you're in the chat, man, how's it going? How you doing? You enjoying life? How's your channel coming? Huh? How you doing? I'm gonna hold this pose until you answer. No, I can't do that. That'd be really stupid. But yeah, man, it's good to see you here. How's it going? Okay, that's pretty good. It's good to hear that you're doing well, man. It's good to hear that your channel's doing well, too. Personally, as far as my channel's been going, obviously there hasn't been a lot of growth recently. I mean, I've pretty much just it's maintained itself in my absence. My thoughts on the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. Honestly, I like the original Spider-Man. Spider-Man 1 and 2 are classics in the Marvel series, as far as, I don't care what anyone else says. Spider-Man 1 with Green Goblin, and Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. Those are classics, especially number 2, because I think they learned from, like, different aspects from 1 and applied it to 2. Spider-Man 3 with Venom, they tried to go, I think, for a more sci-fi feel, and I think that kind of impacted how the movie went. So, I mean, yeah, Dr. Octavius. Yeah, I know it's Octavius, okay? I just remembered, because I'm stupid, I know. But no, 1 and 2 were really good. The Tobey Maguire movies were probably, like, some of the better ones. I mean, I gotta be honest here. I mean, besides number 3, of course, number 3, it was okay. It was alright. It wasn't the best one, but it was, like, eh. As far as, like, all the other adaptations of Spider-Man go, Tobey Maguire was good. The Andrew Garfield movies were okay. I mean, like, number 1 was fine. I'm sure you noticed by now in my videos. Nah, man, no, absolutely, man. You're not stupid. I wouldn't say that. Your intelligence quotient's up here. It's pretty high, man. Good. It's a good job. You're good. But yeah, I would say the Tobey Maguire movies are actually pretty good. That's what I would say to surmise that. So yeah, that's what I think about the Tobey Maguire movies. I think they're pretty good. Don't know what they were thinking with number 3, though. Although, Patrick, have you heard the news about the new Venom movie that Sony is making? Something weird because I like to entertain them. Absolutely, dude. That's what I love to do in my videos. Unless it's, like, one of my more informative, like, videos, like, with my superhero ones, like Super Science or any of that other stuff. I'm still goofy in those. What am I talking about? I'm serious, yet goofy. That's my personality. That's who I am, and I love just doing really stupid stuff for the audience. You haven't heard of the Venom movie? Well, allow me to inform you. Sony, I'm sure you've heard of Sony Pictures. They're like one of the biggest film companies in America, world, history, whatever. Yeah, they're doing a Venom movie, believe it or not. It's a Venom origin movie that's apparently not canon to the other Marvel movies, because I don't think Marvel's involved with it. They probably had to give permission to it, unless Sony owns the rights to it, which I think they do. It's because I'm not a Marvel DC fan. Oh. Wait, which one do you prefer, though? I mean, personally, I'm not someone that shies either way. I love Marvel and I love DC. I just think Marvel makes better movies and DC makes better TV shows. And as far as the heroes and villains in both universes are concerned, I love them both dearly to my heart. Because if you look around my room, I have both Marvel and DC stuff up. Posters, merchandise, whatever. I'm not keen to just one or the other. But that's just me. I'm a dual fan, we'll say. But yeah, Sony's making a Venom movie, so that'd be really cool. I really hope that they don't botch the job. Because I mean, I guess you could say that they're the same in some ways, but they each have unique heroes, and they both have, like, unique backstories and stuff, or different main story events from comics or movies going on. I think that Marvel and DC, while they both obviously are based around, you know, heroes and supervillains, they both have their own unique personalities, traits, characters, and overall story arcs. So, Marvel and DC, to me, they're pretty unique, I would have to say. Oh. Man, it has been a long day today, but, you know, it was fine. I had a splitting headache earlier because, like I mentioned earlier, allergies suck for me. Like, a lot, especially around the turn of the season. Since, you know, summer is transitioning to fall, apparently, so that's fun. It's really not. So, yeah, Patrick, how's it going for you, man? Oh, Patrick, so, well, since you're here, since you're, like, the only person that's gonna be... I'll say it like that. Well, the Avengers are Marvel. If I think that's... If that's what you're saying, Avengers are Marvel. But, yeah, I think out of the two, I have to say... Out of Justice League, which consists of all, like, most of the main... Well, some of the main DC heroes, and Infinity War, I hate to say this, and I might trigger some DC fans who watch this. Maybe, probably not, but still. I would say I'm looking forward to Avengers Infinity War way more. Okay, Marvel it is then. Okay, so you're Marvel. Hey, fist bump to that, my dude. I mean, either way. I mean, because Marvel and DC are both epic, so, I mean, hey, you like one? Okay, cool. That's awesome. But, yeah, I mean, to be honest, though, Avengers... Fist bump back to you, dude. Honestly, I'm looking forward to Avengers Infinity more, like, way more than, Justice League. That's not to say that I'm not looking forward to Justice League, because I am. I think it's going to be an amazing movie. I think Wonder Woman is a good step in the right direction for DC to build up their film reputation more. Suicide Squad. And some aspects of Batman v Superman. I think Infinity War, though, is going to be the better movie, because Infinity War is not only going to be an amazing movie with all the Marvel heroes and villains that we know and love, but it is also going to take... Oh, you think you can have those figurines? Oh, well, joke's on you, pal. They're all mine. And if you think those are impressive, you should see, like, the 32 ones that I have up here right above my head above my desk area. Oh, and those back there are more figurines. Of course, if I'm honest, you know, I love all of my collection. I have a whole bunch of stuff, some of which isn't on camera. Because, obviously, it's out of camera reach, or view. I am not obsessed. Who are you calling obsessed? To be honest with you, and this is going to totally shock you, maybe, but I've only been collecting superhero merch, or, well, I've just been collecting nerdy memorabilia for about 3 months. I've gotten all this stuff over the course of 3 or 4 months. I know it might sound shocking, but hey, you know what? It's just who I am, okay? And I'm not obsessed. I just happen to love the franchises. That's not my fault. So, you know what? You'll get over it. Now, dude, I just love Marvel and DC. Like, whenever I can, whenever I got the money, unless it's got 3 months. I thought you'd be collecting them longer. No, dude. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, if this would have been me a year ago, I wouldn't have wanted any of this stuff. I thought Funko Pops and stuff like that were stupid. Of course, that was back during a different era before I started getting more seriously into, obviously, you know, the social life, so to speak. But it's a long story. Long story short, I now love collecting these things. And honestly, I don't know why I ever thought, like, Funkos and stuff were dumb. Because maybe to the average person they are, but to the nerdy collector who loves... See, I'm not into collecting just regular Funko Pops. That would take me forever, be way too expensive, and I would not have enough space. If they were similar to Skylanders or Disney. See, I thought about collecting Skylanders figures. The problem with that is, though, I've played like the first 3 games of the series, and I kind of got bored of it after a while. And I never played or owned Disney Infinity before. And to be honest, though, I just prefer these. I mean, like, I'm not going out of my way to collect every single Funko figure. I'm just collecting, like, the Marvel and DC ones. Like, that I can anyway, heroes or villains. And I love collecting them because, you know, frankly, they're awesome. And they're cool. It's not just Funkos. Yeah, Funkos are about, I would say, 85% of my overall collection. But I also got other ones. I got other figurines. I got other, I got cups. I got mugs. I got, even a magnet and some really tall, figures. This is Infinity, but the bad thing is make the game seem more expensive. Yeah, it does, actually. It's not just... See, that's what... Some things, like Skylanders and Disney Infinity, a lot of people don't understand is when you buy the core game, you might think that you can just... See, I know people that bought the game and they just think that they can play the game straight off the bat. What they don't realize is that you need to buy, obviously, the figurines to play the game. Like Skylanders, for example, you have the portal that you have to put the figurines on, and then you can use them in the game. You need to buy extra stuff, which... Overall, though, I gotta be honest, it does make the game more expensive because those figurines that you have to use, they are used for the game. So, I mean, it would make, it would make sense. If that makes sense. But, I mean, overall, it does because if you drop like $30 on one of the games, I would say, you'd spend another... I hate to say it, you might put at least $100 into it if you're a dedicated fan. Because I know those figurines, especially back when it first came out, were not cheap. Yeah, these figurines about the... See, that figures as much. It's still 10 to 20... Wait, is it still $10 to $25? Because that sounds like what it would have been when the game... Like Skylanders, for example. That sounds like what the figurines would have been like when the game came out. I can't believe that there's still that much. Still, dang. Wow. They've been out for a dang long while. Unbelievable. The game's been out for like, what, since 2000... Was it 2010 that it came out, or 2009? It was something like that, I think. Lego Universe games. I haven't played those either, to be honest with you. I haven't really looked into those too much. The closest that I've come to any, like, the Lego Universe games is, like, the Batman one. And that's about it. Like, the Lego Batman movie I thought was actually really good. It was funny for, like, in a Lego sense. It wasn't really anything for, like, a hardcore, like, DC fan or anything. It was just a funny, like, kids movie that they used Lego blocks with, and they mashed together with the Batman Legoverse. I guess you could say Legoverse. I think that would be the best way to put it. Now, honestly, man, I think that would probably be, like, the absolute best way. Lego Dimensions. This is what I was thinking. It was a figurine thing. I've heard of Lego Dimensions. Isn't that like a DC thing? Like where they have Superman, Batman, and like several other DC characters in the Legoverse? I think. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I haven't played that game either. Honestly, I've never really been into any like the Lego video games. I obviously played with a lot of the blocks when I was a kid, but I never played any of like the video games except for like, I think the Batman one, but that was it. But honestly, I've just never really been into like the Lego games, so to speak. It's just not really my thing, if I'm honest. Like, I'm more of a platformer, RPG, shooter, fighting. It's a Kingdom Hearts related thing. It's going to other worlds like Scooby-Doo, for example. Really? You can go to Scooby-Doo too in Lego Dimensions? That's pretty cool, actually. It's funny you should bring up Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is also one of my favorite game franchises of all time. Oh, Stealth. Oh, Stealth's also... I have several different genres of games that I love, but I can't leave out Stealth because I love Assassin's Creed. But, to be honest, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, I've never... Lego Dimensions sounds cool. I didn't even know they had a Scooby-Doo world in that one, honestly. I thought that was just, like, a DC-based game. But I guess it's cool to know that they have, like, multiple different franchises put into one game in a Lego-based format that you can travel to, so... that's pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I never really thought about looking into that game, though. I still can't believe that they didn't have a... I didn't even know they had a Scooby-Doo thing, in all honesty. Like, I had no clue. Oh. Action adventure. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, though. I mean, like, the battle systems in games and gameplay are obviously very important elements to the game itself. Me, like, I like both, honestly. Like, I really like smooth gameplay. I like interesting mechanics implemented into the games that it doesn't make it boring or overly complicated. But I also love the stories in games. Not every game, but, like, a lot of different games or game franchises I love the story with. I can think of two prime examples of it right now. One is the first example that I will bring up is the latest two Crash games, the two, not side games, two main story Crash games before they released the Insane Trilogy, which I actually have right up here. Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans. Anime. Yeah, exactly. Like, even, like, seeing how the story turns out is also, like, an interesting mechanic with it. Like, to be honest, though, like, with the Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant, those two games, the gameplay, I think, is terrible for Crash. Because Crash is a classic platformer. He got that from his PS1 days with Naughty Dog from the original trilogy. So what the Skylanders-based gameplay that they had with it, and yeah, it's pretty much Skylanders-based gameplay. The open world, third person. Crash has always been third person. But I mean, like, what they did with it, it's too much like Skylanders. The gameplay does not fit Crash, and I don't agree with it. And I love the story in the two games, because it fits well with the overall Crash story arc. So the stories in the last two games, every time I talk about them with somebody, it's amazing. Crash Tag Team Racing. Yes, I have played... Wait. Crash Tag Team Racing. Wait, don't you mean, No, I have Crash Team... I have Crash Tag Team... Oh, you mean Crash Tag Team Racing. Oh, I thought you said Crash Team Racing. Yeah, I have CTR for the PS1. Very good game, by the way. Best racing game I've ever played. Well, besides, like, Mario Kart on DS was pretty good, but honestly, I like CTR. Yeah, I haven't played Crash Tag Team Racing, but I have seen video of it, and I do know that, yes, besides the kart racing, there is, there are platforming parts of the game where you have to go, like, retrieve stuff for people and, like, the other racers. To be honest, that game doesn't look the best to me, simply because it was during that era where other developers owned the rights to Crash repeatedly. It's the same case as Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans. The story, I think, is really good, and I love the characters and the character interactions in it. The gameplay, not so much. You imagine Crash being the Smash Bros. Series. I'll answer that in a second. To wrap up what I was talking about earlier, though, the stories in those games were really good. The gameplay wasn't. So, and that's just one example of, like, a case for me where I don't like the gameplay, but I like the story. But I obviously like both mechanics. You know, like, both are important in games, so I like both. As far as the Super Smash Bros. Series and Crash are concerned, I love the Super Smash Bros. Series. Actually, the very first time that I ever played the Super Smash Bros. Series was back when I was younger. It was several years ago. It was like 6-7 years ago. I was out with a friend. We were out at Walmart, and I was staying at his place for his birthday, and he got Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Wii. We played the crap out of that thing all night, and then, like, the next day before I had to leave with my stepdad. But it was really, really good, honestly. Like, that's how it got me started on playing Smash Bros. I don't personally own any of the games yet, although I could go down and buy them. I've always only played them at friends' house or, like, online on the 3DS. But honestly, I love the Super Smash Bros. Series. I think it's cool bringing a whole bunch of iconic video game characters together. Mario, Link, Zelda, Star Fox, all those guys. And, like, to a beat-em-up platforming type game. I think it's really cool just to see the different moves and, like, the different, obviously online play against different players. It's a really, really good aspect. Yeah, dude, Crash Tag Team, like, that game is, like, really old. Like, even, like, CTR and even Tag Team Racing are old games. They came out, like, dang, CTR came out, like, in the 90s. And I think the Crash Tag Team Racing came out in, like, 2007, 2008. I think it was one of the two, but it was still a long time ago regardless. But yeah, speaking of Crash, besides my thoughts on Super Smash Bros., which is a really good game series, could I see Crash being in one of the cases you get back this from? Yeah, that sounds about right. I couldn't really attest to that because I've seen the front of the Crash Tag Team Racing box before, but I've never seen that Cortex sign. Of course, that could just be a box that I've never seen because I haven't played the game. So, I mean, it's a little freaky. I mean, I wouldn't want to see Cortex like that, but hey, you never know. But yeah, I could see Crash being in Super Smash Bros. It's like the same case with Sora from Kingdom Hearts. He'd be a really good add to the game. I really think that they could. The problem with the whole thing is it's not gameplay, it's not finding moves for him to use, or it's not even, people not wanting him in. People obviously want Crash in, like same thing with Sora. The problem is rights. Because the companies that, like the main companies that use a lot of the video game characters, they either already own the rights to the characters or they have to go and, like, get a license from the developers to actually use them in the games. The problem with Crash is he's always been unique with rights, because over the many years that Crash has been going since Naughty Dog first owned him, he's been passed around from developer to developer. And thank heavens that Activision finally used him to use him for the Insane trilogy. I think that it wouldn't be an issue of like implementing him to the game if they really wanted to. Twinsanity, this is the second game. Dude, I have Twinsanity for the PS2. I'll talk about that in a second too. But I think it would be more a issue with, you know, ownership to get him into Super Smash Bros. I think that'd be a really good add-in, but it might take a little bit of work. So, yeah, there's that. Crash to Insanity, though, absolutely. That game, I love that game. The problem with... I shouldn't say this, though. I don't like hating on, like, the early Crash games, because I love that Crash is, like, dear to my heart in terms of video games and, like, characters and story and stuff. That's one of my top 5 video game series of all times. Crash Nitro Kart was the third one that came out with 2. Yeah, I haven't played Crash Nitro. I haven't played Crash Nitro Kart either. I mean, that looks like a... It looks like a pretty good game, honestly. Like, the game did very well, and it was, like... Nitro Kart, I would say, was, like, the gateway to, like, the new generation of Crash games, I would say. Like, honestly, like, after all the other games that came out, like, up until, like, Crash 4, it was Nitro Kart that came out after, or even if it was released before it. Crash Nitro Kart was, like, where all the characters, their appearances got redone and everything else. Like, Crash Coco and Crunch and, like, Cortex and all the other guys, they always got, like, their appearances were changed slightly, and the format of how Crash played and was designed was also changed. So I think that was more the gateway to, like, the new generation of Crash, which was more hit than miss, was more miss than hit, I gotta be honest. Especially with the last 2 games before the Insane Trilogy. Thank goodness Crash got his redemption/revival, which hopefully Activision, after seeing the success of their remasters, they'll make some new Crash games with, and do it the right way, with, obviously, amazing graphics. Crash Twinsanity, though. Amazing game. I actually love it. I think Twinsanity, before the Insane Trilogy came out, I loved the first 1 through 5 games. But, like, the other games in the series, besides, like, those in CTR, and maybe Nitro Kart if I ever play it, just aren't my favorite. Like, the other ones in the series just aren't my favorite games. Twinsanity is a really good game. That's a game that does the open world right, and implements a lot of funny moments with teaming up with Cortex and using him for different things throughout the game. That is really awesome and is really amazing. One thing, though, like, and the humor is really good, too. I like the transition they did with Crash. I think that if they ever decide that, like, if Activision ever decides to do something like that, if they do it right and don't do what they did with the other ones, yeah, no. Boss in the Ice levels, stick with the second one. Which boss are you talking about? Boss in the second... Let me think here. Wait, what game... Wait, Patrick, which game are you talking about for the Crash series? Second boss on Ice. The only boss that I can think of from the Crash series that was the second boss and that had Ice involved was Dingo Dial from Crash Warped. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but... Yeah, what boss are you talking about, honestly? Like, I have no idea. Like, which game was it? Twinsanity. Let me think here. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about that one segment where you're facing Entropy and Entropy. Like, where the iceberg broke apart, and, like, there was that giant there's a lot of ends in the series, where Embryo, like, drank a potion, and he turned himself into, like, this giant frog creature that tried to jump on you, and then Entropy would come out and break apart the ice, and you have to jump on them as they're sinking to the bottom of the ocean, and you have to hit him, and then it transitions until you beat Entropy. Like, you hit him 3 times. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, that boss was a pain in the butt when I played it. Like, honestly, I didn't think it was going to be that hard, because I played, like, the last time I fully played Twinsanity was, like, a couple months ago, when I beat the game, finally. It's not, the thing with Twinsanity is, it's not that hard of a game. I honestly didn't think it was, except for, like, the dingo, some parts were frustrating. It was, the first time I ever played it, I raged so much on it. you wouldn't think that it's a hard game because it is a short game. If you played it continuously, you'd get it done in like 46 hours, maybe. Like, it's not that long of a game, in all honesty, and that's one of the things I'll talk about in a second. Would I ever speedrun it? Yes, I would speedrun Crash Twinsanity. I might actually... I was thinking about doing a Crash game for the next stream. If I get to it tomorrow night, which I might, I'll do a Crash Twinsanity live stream. I'll hook up the camera, set her up, and we'll play some Crash Twinsanity. I guess we could do that. Yeah, but I would speedrun it. I would try anyway. Don't know how successful I would be. Because the first time I played, I was trash at it because there were just so many cheap ways to die, especially on the Dingo Dial boss fight. That's the boss fight that stands out as being really hard to me, but I got it after a while. But the second time that I actually played through the game was actually easier for me. I didn't skate by on like 3 lives throughout the entire game like I did the first time. So I have way more experience with it now, and I'm way better at the game. I might be able to speedrun it if I ever tried. The thing that I was disappointed most with Crash Twinsanity wasn't the game that they had, it was kind of the game that they had. It was what they didn't have in the game. Patrick, I don't know if you knew this, but Twinsanity, the developers were rushed. They only had like a year and a half to actually, plan the game out and make the story. They had so much planned for Crash Twinsanity, it's not even funny. I mean, like, the game would have been amazing if it would have been completed. Because they would have had levels involving, Coco, Crash's sister. She would have been way more active in the game. She was only there for like 3 times. At the beginning when she gets paralyzed, second time when she gets paralyzed, and at the very end when Cortex attempts to send Crash to another dimension but fails. So it was like only 3 times. She was going to be involved way more in the game. She was going to have a more active role in the story. She was going to be, I guess, actively assisting Crash and Cortex in defeating the twins. I'll get to that in a second, dude, about the Crash Bandicoot anime. There was going to be way more, stuff involved with her. She was going to have her own level where she rode an ostrich, and Cortex was going to get accidentally sent into her mind and, like, encounter, as the developers put it, pastel-covered horrors. Yeah, dude, absolutely. That would have made Twinsanity a whole lot better. And it wasn't even just the Coco parts that they cut out, because I would have loved... She's one of my favorite characters in the series, besides, like, Crash Crunch and Aku Aku, and, like, other people like that. I wish they would have involved her more. I wish they wouldn't have been pressed for time and they had to cut out all that content. And another thing that they were going to add was, I don't know if you remember in the game, but you only went to, like, one dimension, which was the Twinsanity dimension, to take down the evil twins. Honestly, they were going to add, like, another dimension that you could visit before you went there with, like, I don't know what the story would have been there. Or like the gameplay or anything. The gameplay would have been the same, but I don't know what you would have done there. But they had to cut that out too, also because of time constraints. So they cut out more character interaction from Coco, another dimension. They cut out a lot of other like character interactions and stuff. So I mean, Twinsanity as a whole, it's a good game, but it could have been way better. So hopefully Activision one day will maybe like remake Twinsanity and add all that stuff in, because I've seen that in the Crash community. People want them to do that since they've already proven that, hey, we can already remake the 3 original games, but we can remake Twinsanity and add all the extra content that got cut out. So I think that would be really amazing if, Activision went ahead and did that and added all the stuff that they had to cut due to the time constraints. One thing that was Tag Team Racing rushed? I honestly don't know. If Tag Team Racing was rushed, it didn't show because I haven't personally played the game, but from what I saw about it, Tag Team Racing wasn't the best game because, I watched a review on it actually like a couple months ago or like a month or 2 ago. Tag Team Racing, like, the gameplay apparently from what I've heard was just repeated. Like, you just blasted a cart and just went forward. And the platforming parts weren't even like a classic Crash platformer. It was basically like to retrieve parts for like the other racers and they would give you like rewards and stuff. And I know what I said earlier about, I love this, the story is fine in the game, but honestly, it's a bit rushed. Like, they could have done way more with it. I mean, I feel, I watched it on YouTube, so it is a bit rushed, if I'm completely honest. But I mean, to be completely honest, though, no, I don't know if it was rushed. I wouldn't say that game was, though, just because of all the kart racing implements that are in it. So, Twinsanity was definitely rushed, but no, I don't think Tag Team Racing was. Patrick, you mentioned earlier about a Crash anime. What do I think about that? I don't even... No, I don't even want to get involved in that one. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love anime. There are a lot of different animes that I watch, especially as of recent. Oh, hey, what do you know? Hey, TDS, what's going on, man? Wanted to say hi. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hashtag Cthulhu Pikachu. That meme is gonna follow me until the day that I die here on YouTube, I swear. But hey, you know what? I don't regret it because that was an amazing podcast. Yeah, what was I thinking of? Yeah, I don't really want to think about a Crash Bandicoot anime. I'm not a furry. I'm just gonna put that out there to anyone watching this that thinks I am. I'm not. So let's not get that confused. I think that if they did it right, yes, they could. Yeah, TDS. I don't know if you ever met Patrick before, but hi, he's another YouTube buddy of mine. But yeah, yeah, one thing that I wish that, they would do, especially, this doesn't even just apply to an anime, it also applies to, like, other things going on. Like, with other franchises, you can make anything. You can make a video game, you can make a movie, you can do anything with a famous franchise. What matters is if you do it right. As far as, like, a Crash Bandicoot anime goes, I honestly have no idea if that would turn out well. I think that, they would definitely try. Crash as an RPG actually wouldn't be bad. I mean, Crash has never been an RPG game before. It's always been strictly platforming, except for, like, the kart racing games, obviously. But, to be honest, I could see it as an RPG. I mean, if it all goes down... RPGs or animes, regardless, the developers have to do it right. I think that they need to do it right. Because you can do anything with any franchise. Like, I could turn my channel into a reaction channel. Heaven forbid that ever happens. Cthulhu Pikachu, help me. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, though. I mean, you need to do it right if that's what you're going to do. Hey, Roughsta, what's going on, dude? Way to make it to the live stream, man. It's been a while since I've talked with you. But, yeah, it's good to see you in the chat. Yes, I do, dude. I do remember you. I remember you from, like, at least a year ago here on the channel. What's going on, man? Yeah, so it's good to see you in the chat, my dude. I feel the recent Crash comes straight from his roots. Yeah, honestly, dude, I feel like with the whole RPG aspect that they have going into the, Crash games... I mean, like, if they did it right in the future, yes, I think that it would be fine. But in all honesty, I don't think so. I'm sorry, Patrick, okay? I'm sorry. But Crash as an RPG right now, I don't think would be, like, the best. I think that if they did it right, yes. But, like, I agree with you, TDS. I was just even saying this earlier. Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant, before they made the Insane Trilogy... Your channel has changed like a kid hitting puberty. Thanks, man. Roughsta, I am constantly evolving here on YouTube. I have transitioned from a kid that tried to eat tea bags a year and a half ago, back in 2015, to trying to make gaming videos, to live streaming and making superhero content. So I am constantly evolving. I am like Goku with Super Saiyan, without the MMO. I don't... Was that a typo? Because I'm not sure what you mean by MMO. But yeah, I'm constantly evolving here on YouTube, my dude. But yeah, no, yeah, what TDS was saying earlier was, yeah, the earlier, like, the recent Crash games before the Insane Trilogy haven't been, massive multiplayer online, okay. See, that's the problem. I don't know what they would do with... I don't know how they would make a Crash multiplayer game. Unless it was another kart racer, which, by the way, Crash Team Racing, multiplayer on there is amazing, and I love it. Because I played it with a couple of friends of mine, and the kart racers on there are really cool, actually. I don't know how you would make Crash a multiplayer game. I don't know if you guys had any ideas toward that, but honestly, I can't see how it would be multiplayer, unless that they, heaven forbid, that they make another game like Crash Boom Bang or Crash Bash. Those party game style games just don't work, and I know you can do multiplayer on those too, I believe. Yeah, you can definitely do it with Crash Bash on the PS1. That game was not good. But PewDiePie saying the N-word accidentally. I get that in a sec, Roughsta. If Crash was just a cartoon. Honestly, if Crash made a cartoon, I think that would be good. I know that they made like a little commercial segment back in the 90s for Crash. I think that it would... I don't know how it would be nowadays. If they would have done it back in the 90s when Crash was like at its peak popularity, he still is at peak popularity, sorta. But if they would have done it back in the 90s, absolutely, dude. I think that would have been an amazing thing. So I think if they did it right, Crash could be good as a cartoon. As far as the whole PewDiePie situation goes with the whole N-word thing, honestly, dude, I'm not. I hope this doesn't anger anybody when I say this, and I think this is the general consensus. Honestly, I despise drama, if I'm honest. However, as far as the PewDiePie thing goes, PewDiePie made a really bad mistake when he said that on his live stream. I think that a lot of people, you know, he even came out and admitted the man apologized, he messed up, he did, you know, he said a bad thing. Let's be honest here. He said a terrible racial thing, and yeah, he messed up, and a lot of people did call him on the carpet for it. I think it was overblown in some aspects, but the man did mess up, and he did it on a public live stream with thousands of people watching, and that is indeed an issue, or was an issue, however you want to look at it. But the man apologized. He owned it. He didn't try and blame it on anybody else. He accepted it. He's moving on, and I think for the most part, a majority of people on the internet have, from what I've seen anyway. Like, the news has gone down. Drama here on YouTube, basically, people focus on it for like 2 or 3 weeks, and yeah, it's just gone. Yeah, Patrick, Sean Vanaham, I think that's the Firewatch guy, isn't it? Yeah, I saw that what he did. Okay, as far as the part goes with PewDiePie, I think that since he apologized, you know, let's just move on with our lives. He messed up. You know, nothing big came out of it. YouTube didn't try and dox him or anything like that, so, you know, that's a good thing. Hey, it's no problem, TDS. I'll catch you later, man. Thanks for stopping by the stream. So yeah, I'll see you later, man. Yeah, as far as Sean Vanaham's thing goes, I don't think that it was right for him to do what he do. Wow, that made no sense. To do what he did to PewDiePie. I think that as far as trying to take down his old Overwatch video, Firewatch gameplay videos, that's not right, because those videos were made years in advance before this whole slip-up happened. Pewd's messed up, that's obvious, but he apologized, like I said before. As far as him trying to take down the old videos go, that's not right, because this has nothing to do with the current situation, and I think that they just did that to try and publicize their game in a bigger way. But obviously that does go against the, you know, like what they had listed on the website. I saw the news about that, you know, they can't go ahead and do that kind of thing. You know, taking down PewDiePie's old Firewatch videos. I don't think that it was right for, yeah, I know. He's still on Twitter. I had no idea that he was still getting hate on Twitter, but yeah, I know that Firewatch is still getting a lot of negative backlash from this. PewDiePie, though, even tweeted out, though, I saw that you know, stop harassing Firewatch and stuff, like they don't deserve it, you know, like what happened, let's move on type deal. And I kind of agree with him in a sense there. I mean, what Sean did was not right in any sense, and YouTube definitely should not have accepted that copyright claim, because his old videos had nothing to do with it, and Firewatch, I know some people argue that, yeah, he's the developer, he has the right to do that. I've seen that argument, but I honestly don't think that it's right for them to go ahead and, you know, take down his old videos, because they have no impact on the current situation, especially since, you know, they were from years ago. Also, PewDiePie probably gave them a lot of popularity. As he's the biggest YouTuber, he probably gave them a lot of reception for their game, you know, like a lot of audience, so to speak. So I don't think that that was also right what they did with that. But honestly, though, I mean, I think hating on Firewatch at this point, since the news is just so old, and even the man himself who messed up is coming out and defending the people who took down or tried to take down one of his videos, which YouTube itself accepted. It's just, ugh. I think that it should just be done by now. What are your thoughts on the issues Pew's had in the past? Yeah, I actually came out and talked about this a little bit in a video around the time that it happened. I tried to stay out of it, but, you know, it was honestly... Yeah, dude, game developers get way too political. Honestly, like, I hate politics, but when stuff like this comes up, it's just so infuriating when, like, especially game developers try and come out and do stupid stuff like this. Honestly, I think the developers should just leave the whole situation alone. I think, you know, what happened. PewDiePie himself said it. And I think, honestly, the game developers had another motivation for doing this. I think that, in all honesty, it was just another way to help promote their game, even though, you know, it's obviously not turning out the best for them in terms of negative reviews. But, honestly, yeah, I don't... It's just not a good, it's just not good for them to continue doing this. As far as PewDiePie's old drama goes with the whole, you know, the Nazi feminist thing going on with Disney dropping him and, you know, scare PewDiePie getting canceled. I think that, you know, it's the same situation as this, almost, except with, like, more major consequences. First off, what PewDiePie did was really stupid. I know that it was intended as a joke. Absolutely, I understand that. Some jokes go too far, but PewDiePie is not racist and he's not anti-Semitic. We all know that. PewDiePie is not like that. He's a really funny dude, and sometimes he does do stupid things for a joke, for a laugh, to entertain people. Yeah, I know. Dude, Let's Players, I know they're getting worried about this because, you know, gaming is going to get affected, especially with the whole Firewatch situation going on right now. I understand that. I hope, you know, gaming on YouTube doesn't get affected by this, because gaming is what helped make YouTube a staple in the first place, so hopefully the situation does not get overblown, as a lot of people are hoping, and gaming on YouTube still stays the same, or hopefully gets better for the future after this whole thing is officially all blown off, or blown away, whatever. Yes, again, as far as the old news goes, PewDiePie definitely went a little far on the old joke. I think that Disney dropping him... the whole reason that Disney dropped him and they canceled Scare PewDiePie with YouTube is, I think it was just really stupid. One Piece, oh, fist bump to you for that, my dude. I love One Piece. Just to surmise that whole PewDiePie thing, what happened with him. I think that it was taken too far, especially by the Wall Street Journal. I think that they were just really, really stupid, and honestly, it's really, really dumb. As far as the One Piece, though, dude, that is a really good anime. I won't say anything to spoil it for you, but I will say this. Very good selection. I absolutely love Luffy and, you know, his gang of pirates. I know that it's Zoro in the anime, but but in the manga, it's Zolo, so I'm going to stick with Zolo. He's, like, one of my favorite characters on the Straw Hat crew, so I'm going to stick with Zolo. But very good choice, Rough Stuff. Very good choice, my dude. As far as, Patrick, what you're saying about the whole adpocalypse thing, besides the PewDiePie stuff, the adpocalypse has been going on for a while. Yeah, dude, I'm not going to spoil it for you, don't worry. The adpocalypse, I think, it's been going on for way too long, man. I mean, I know a lot of YouTubers have, YouTube is taken a little too seriously. They're appealing way more to the... I had no idea. Japanese Luffy is pronounced as Roofy. Roofy. Okay. Because, you know, Asians. Roofy. I'll take your word on that one and say that Japan has some very interesting ideas. We'll go with that. Roofy. Unreal, Japan. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, adpocalypse. Honestly, YouTube is trying to appeal to... Obviously, from what we know, and it's pretty obvious, YouTube right now is trying to appeal to the people who promote their videos. You know, like, they add stuff. Yeah, it's getting more strict with copyright and stuff. And it's taking a lot more freedom off the site. I will agree with that. People aren't allowed to use language and stuff like that in their videos. They can't have certain things in their thumbnails or tags or anything. And I think that they're trying to appeal to the advertisers way too much. The adpocalypse is, like, reaching the point where it's getting not as bad. It's starting to fall off, which was another reason why people were scared about when PewDiePie said that on his stream, because they were afraid that, you know, it would cause, like, a way bigger adpocalypse than, you know, what was originally started. But to be honest, though, I think that YouTube is appealing way too much to the advertise. Yeah, exactly. I think YouTube is a fair site. There are certain things that you shouldn't be allowed to do. You shouldn't be able to film, like, somebody, you know, killing somebody or doing anything illegal or terroristic or anything like that. No, you shouldn't do that, and YouTube's right for thinking that. But as far as using language and stuff like that, or having, like, you know, like a bad word, like saying the A word in the thumbnail or something like that in the tag, I think that's getting a bit too far. I mean, I know that people will make the argument that, you know, YouTube's just trying to look out for people and stuff like that. Like, they don't want, like, little kids that watch videos get exposed to that kind of thing. But it's just gone way too far. It's just to satisfy the advertisers. And in a way, most advertisers, they go with family-friendly type videos nowadays. Mostly because of, like, things that have happened recently. I think the whole thing has just gone way too far at this point. I think that the adpocalypse just needs to be the un-adpocalypse, which was a terrible name. But you get what I'm saying. I think that it just needs to end. No, see, it wouldn't be. I mean, like, if little kids have such a problem with other videos, then just stick to... Actually, not surprised Jake Paul is still relevant, which, again, contributes to the whole little kid aspect. When Jake Paul was on Disney Channel, Jake Paul was the big thing on YouTube for a long time. Not just because he was on Disney Channel and had a big fan base, because little kids, which also consists to the whole adpocalypse situation. Do you know who Jake Paul is? I mean, I don't blame you. I wish I'd never heard of Jake Paul, but... Jake Paul was this big star that was on Disney Channel, and he got fired from Bizaardvark because he did a lot of really stupid things, such as setting things on fire in his swimming pool and jumping on top of a news van and stuff like that. Jake Paul has apparently been the really big thing on YouTube, mostly because he was a former Viner and a former Disney Channel star, and he has a big fan base because of Disney Channel, and because he's gotten involved in a whole bunch of drama stemming from... you know, news about his assistant getting assaulted and doing a lot of really stupid stunts and getting involved in, like, you know, all sorts of other drama here on YouTube, picking fights and getting involved in many big arguments and controversies, like lying and things like that. That's why Jake Paul has been so big. So former Vinyl, fired Disney Channel star, getting big on YouTube because of a fan base that has already been established of probably little children if they were watching on Disney Channel. Not to say that just little kids watch Disney Channel, because it's not the case. But still, though, you know what I'm saying. But Jake Paul has become it's like a fidget spinner, right? He's become a meme. It's just what it is. If he had said he was born with ADHD with his videos, I would believe that. Yeah, honestly, dude, it wouldn't surprise me at this point if Jake Paul was like that. I mean, I don't like Jake Paul. I'm not going to say that I thoroughly despise him. I don't like him here on YouTube because he has a really negative influence on a lot of things going on, and he just does a lot of really, really stupid things for no reason, just to stir up controversy or get views, like, you know, things like that. You know, it's every day, bro. You gotta make that YouTube revenue, though, right? I'm kidding. Please don't kill me, because that music video was so stupid. Kicked out of a state. He kicked out of a Lamborghini factory in Italy? What? I mean, I heard about the stadium, but I had no idea he got kicked out of a... Why doesn't it surprise me? This man could have been kicked out of the Super Bowl, the Academy Awards. He could have been kicked out of freaking Canada, and it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, dude, as Jake Paul is a terrible, terrible influence on this website, I think, and I think that Jake Paul just needs to, if he's going to be here on YouTube, which he's going to be because he obviously doesn't have a job to go back to on Disney, please stick to your really bad vlogs with no clickbait thumbnails, and please don't jump on top of news vans anymore or harass your neighbors. Thank you so much, Jake Paul. I mean, honestly, though, I mean, aside from Jake Paul, he's whatever. I just hope that he's going to do his own thing, don't do really stupid things, don't hurt anybody, and don't do anything that's going to affect all the other content creators on this website. But, yeah, dude, I did a podcast on this. TDS, the guy who was in here earlier, I did a podcast with him on his new channel about talking about if there was good clickbait in the world. So, pretty much, me and him did all of our thoughts on, like, good clickbait and, like, if it existed, and our thoughts on bad clickbait and stuff like that. And yes, it is a good thing that Markiplier and Jacksepticeye are supporting PewDiePie right now because, you know, even though the man messed up and he did come out and apologize, I think that the situation again needs to be done. The Firewatch thing needs to end too because they were just being idiots with trying to take down one of his videos. And honestly, the whole thing, people are just trying to, you know, make more views on video. By making videos about it, they're just trying to get more views and stuff here on YouTube. So, frankly, that's all that is, really. But right now, I think the man, in the aftermath of his apology and his messing up, he definitely needs some support right now. Especially from two of his biggest friends on YouTube. Or some of his biggest friends on YouTube. Can't stand it. I get excited when I first read. Yeah, dude, clickbait is really annoying. I think that I don't know if clickbait ever started off as a good thing here on this website, if I'm perfectly honest, but clickbait in itself, it's not good right now. People do it just to get clicks on the videos. They always do it so that way they can get multiple views. And if they have something, let's say, I don't know, found $1 million fidget spinner owned by Donald Trump. OMG, all in caps. People would click on it because it's all in caps. It involves a fidget spinner, a trending topic, and stuff like that. Hate those gift card scams. That's how people hate you. Yeah, gift card scams are absolutely terrible. I've seen this so much. Like on a Markiplier or a Jacksepticeye video, people that like pretend to be them in a really terrible fashion, they always have these links in there where they always want you to sign up for like a gift card and stuff. And yes, I've seen, I don't know if any of you guys have watched Power Cynical. He's another YouTuber on here. He's like almost 2 million subscribers. He is one of the biggest YouTubers that I've seen highlight on the whole gift card thing. There's this one kid, Derv, on YouTube that was really big for doing like those gift card giveaway stuff. Yeah, dude. See, I considered doing giveaways and stuff before, but I don't want to do one that's like... I never want to lie to my audience. I never want to lie to any of you guys, because that would make me a terrible person. And I would never want to do that because, you know, I just like being an honest dude on YouTube to entertain and make friends, you know, that sort of thing. But, I mean, to be honest, though, yeah, gift card giveaways and stuff, they're scams. People always try and do that. Derv, especially the kid that I mentioned earlier before he got his channel taken down, would always want to do, like, hey, you want to join my free gift card giveaway? Just all you gotta do is subscribe, like the video, and they would never do it. They'd claim that they had prizes they never had, and they would always try and, you know, claim that, hey, we got about $1 million worth of gift cards, you just gotta like this, subscribe this, and they would never do it. Even if, assuming that they had the merchandise, which they probably didn't half the time. It's just, it's really stupid, honestly. Oh, do another thing, or whatever it was, but I'm waiting till they found it. Yeah, dude, hey, honestly, that is really cool. I mean, I would love to see someone make fan art of me. I have, like, what, 556 subs. I never asked anyone to do that, though, honestly, before. I never even thought about it. Because, like, I would assume that you would need, like, a way larger fan base for anyone to, like, actually make fan art. But, yeah, that's really cool, dude. I think that you should do that, because I've seen a couple of fan arts. I think I've seen 2 of yours on Facebook that people have made for you, and I think that's really cool. Maybe I should try that once in a vlog, just see how many people actually, like, submit them to me on Facebook or something. I think that'd be cool. Anyway, that's an idea for the back burner. But, that's really cool. That's really cool, Patrick. I think you should totally do that, dude, and I hope you hit 500 subscribers very, very soon, dude. You deserve it. But yeah, gift card giveaways are absolutely terrible. I really, really don't think that they should be a staple here on YouTube as well. There's a lot of really stupid things, and fake giveaways are one of them. You're lying to your audience, and you're putting yourself in a bad light as well, because you're claiming you have things you don't have just to make sure you get a whole bunch of subscribers. And that screws you over either way, because you're either viewed as a liar who doesn't give out things that they promise people, and they also trying to, soon enough, just to be a good person. That's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. Hey, do that if you want to, dude. That's cool, though. If you do a giveaway, though, please don't do a gift card giveaway. Please don't. Do something else. Don't be Derf, please. We don't need any more. Actually, he's back on YouTube now, so it doesn't even matter. But good for you, dude. Yes, I have, Rough Stuff. I have seen the Death Note movie on Netflix. I will say this, I love the anime. I really do. As far as the, you know, Death Note movie itself goes, I'm actually not a big fan of the Death Note movie on Netflix. I really think that the way that they did Light and, a lot of the main characters in, that movie just weren't that good. Comparing, like, the scenes, like, where he first discovers the Death Note book and he starts freaking out when Light first appears to him. I even watched a side-by-side, like, comparison between the two. I had the movie on one screen and the TV series on the other one. It's just not as good, honestly. Like, I don't think that the Netflix movie was that great, but hey, that's just my opinion. I mean, honestly, like, I'm not like 100% against people giving away gift cards. I mean, like, the stupid thing is, from what I've seen, people have just done fake ones. Like, if you do legitimate ones, if you're a legitimate person and you say give away a $50 gift card for just some random person, you know, for celebrating a channel goal or something, that's perfectly fine with me. Well, that's good grades to edgy white teen who listens to Nirvana. Yeah, dude, see, they changed it so much from the anime, it's not even funny. See, that's what I was talking about earlier, like, with video games and stuff, if you're gonna make a copy of something, or you're gonna make, like, another series based off of it, or even gonna do a remake, do it right. Don't screw it up, because companies have a real problem with doing that. And Death Note is just another one of those examples, unfortunately. But yeah, like, Patrick, I have nothing against, you know, gift card giveaways and stuff, honestly. Like, if you're legitimate, like I said, that's perfectly fine. That's amazing. I'm happy that you're doing something legitimate. But if you're lying to people, that's not cool. And honestly, people do that, and it infuriates me, because I don't like people who lie, especially here on YouTube, to their audiences, just trying to manipulate them to get 1 million subscribers. By the way, it doesn't help anyways, like sub for sub, because you're going to get a whole bunch of inactive people who are only there for a giveaway, and then they're just going to say pfft to your channel, and you're going to be stuck with a bunch of empty subs, so you're screwed either way. But either way, I'm not totally against gift cards, and yeah, Roughs, I got no idea what they did to Death Note. Please, if someone else ever decides, if they make another one, heaven forbid, if they do, please make sure they do it right, because I would love it if they, you know, actually tried that. Animation be live action, is my opinion. I mean, honestly, I'm not fully against it. I'm not 100% against anime being in a live action movie. I think that if you do it right, if the developers actually know what the people want, if they reach out and they talk to people, they talk to their audiences and stuff to see what they want, and they incorporated those fan ideas into the movies or the TV shows, then yes, absolutely amazing. I encourage it. But at the same time, I haven't seen it done right yet. I mean, like, take Ratchet and Clank, for example. Not an anime, but it was a movie based off a video game. They barely made their money back on it, by the way, which goes to show you just how much they stuck with it. I thought it was an okay movie, but I'm just, So angry with the anime freezing. Gets a live action. Honestly, dude, I can't attest to that one because I haven't seen that anime, but, if they do it right, cool. I mean, I don't know if they'll ever do it because, you know, I've never seen it, but hey, you never know. I'm trying to edit my videos. Hey, good for you, man. You know, that's good that you're trying to edit your videos. Dude, honestly, like, I didn't for, like, the longest time as, you know, I think you were actually one of the people that pointed that out to me. I never really edited my videos. I never really had the time, and I definitely didn't have the software. However, with the past couple videos that I have done, not the last one, but the two before that, by jump cutting. Yeah, dude, like, the first... Like, when I rebooted the channel, when I actually, like, rebirthed my channel, if you guys are DC fans, you'll understand what I'm saying when I say that. But, like, when my channel went through its rebirth and I started doing superhero-based content, like theories and science behind different superpowers and stuff, and, you know, like, CW talks, top 5 JRPG video tonight. Hey, good for you, Patrick. I hope that works out well for you, dude. But, yeah, Rusta, yeah, dude, that's really good that you're editing videos. Actually, I started doing that. I started adding, like, subtitles and, like, animations and stuff to my videos. It takes a lot more work that I've discovered. But ultimately, though, it's worth it, I think. I think it's a good idea to edit your videos, jump cutting or not. I think it's really good. Just because it adds more an organized structure. And, like, you can add, like, you know, like, words while you're talking or something like that on screen. It adds a lot more context to the videos, and it helps with viewer interaction, believe it or not. So I think that's really, really good, dude. I think that you should do that, and I think you should continue doing it. Of course, if that's something that you want to do, but I would encourage it because it's a good idea. Ugh. Should have brought a drink in here with me. Really should have. Because I've been talking for like an hour. I mean, honestly, though, what kind of giveaways would I do? It's a hard question. I wouldn't get... Yeah, dude, see, that's the thing with editing, too. You have to know when to edit and when not to edit. Because jump cutting, I mean, it's a good form of editing to start off. Don't get me wrong, because I did that a couple times. I actually had to do that once in 3 videos back, I think. 3 videos back. I had to jump cut once because of my dogs were in the room with me at the time, and I had to get them out. But yeah, you don't want to have too much editing at some points. Just the points where you need to add structure, but not too much structure, if that makes sense. So, do that to structure the video, but don't do it where the video ends up being a mess because of too much jump cutting. I agree with you there. As far as giveaways, Patrick, I probably wouldn't do gift cards just simply because that's been shot to death here on YouTube. And to be honest, I mean, people would obviously want them, but it's just too cheap. Honestly, there's just not enough work into that. It's like when you give a relative something for Christmas or their birthday, instead of buying them a present, then you just give them cash. And there's no thought that goes into it. I don't understand that. That it's like a vlog. Yeah, dude, honestly, some vlogs, see, like, I can see it with, like, as far as editing goes for vlogging, and this might be what you're talking about, it might not be. But editing for vlogs, sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you can just straight talk for a couple of minutes, and you don't have to bother with editing. I mean, honestly, I don't you can edit, but, like, with vlogs, there's an exception there. So, don't freak out too much over editing with vlogs. Yeah, some people like to pretend they have autism. Okay, I don't think that's the reason why. Fidget spinners, see, I don't even know why I'm still using this thing, because I don't like fidget spinners. The only reason that I have that one is because a family member gave it to me. I never went out and bought a fidget spinner. The only reason that I even put up with them, and I even made a video on this several months ago, was because, well, see, dude, the thing with me is I don't record vlogs out in public. I mean, I should, But the thing is, though, I mostly do in my room or my studio area, so to speak. But, I mean, you can do vlogs wherever. I'm going to actually start, when I start doing vlogs more again, I'm going to start doing them out in other areas, like in my neighborhood, not my town and stuff, so it'll be good times there. But honestly, it'll be alright. It just depends on the person, like how or what you want to vlog. What was I talking about earlier, before we started talking about public vlogging? Yeah, fidget spinners. I like the scientific aspect of them to help. If people legitimately have autism or another mental disease, fidget spinners are really good. I think that they help them focus more. As far as why it's a trend, beats me, dude. I mean, got no idea on that one. Because some people, I guess, just love spinning a metal spinner, I guess. I have no idea. I guess that's just what people like doing. But, like, honestly, my hands smells like metal now. Honestly, though, I got no idea. It's a good question. You should have bath challenges? You should do bath challenges. What's that? Yeah, what's a bath challenge? Patrick, like, as far as me and challenges don't have a very good reputation here on YouTube. Because the two challenges that I had done were the teabag challenge back in my early days, like the ice bath challenge. Yeah, I saw Markiplier do that, except if I would do that, and I'm not saying that I will, but if I do, I won't be eating peppers, or habanero peppers while I do it. That is definitely not going to be happening. So, yeah, no, not happening. Ha. I don't know. I mean, maybe I would. But me and challenges don't have a good rep. Two challenges that I've done were where I tried to swallow tea bags, and that was really stupid back in my early days of YouTube. And also back in my early days here on this website, I made up my own challenge where right here in this very room, about 2 years ago, I had a tea bottle that I threw hats at on a hamper. And that video was a train wreck because I was just trying to think of another challenge to do that wouldn't risk me having to try and eat cinnamon or something like that. So, yeah, not happening with that one. So, honestly, I don't know if I would do the ice bath challenge, in all honesty. Yes, Rusta, I do add tags to my videos. Tags are actually a good way for people, like, when they type searches in, like, the YouTube search bar, for example, it's a better way for people, like, come across your videos depending on, like, what they're searching. So, I do add tags to my videos. I try to, anyway. I mean, I do it with every video, though. I didn't actually get into the practice of doing that until, like, a couple months ago. I didn't think that tags had any impact on it, which they do. They do because they help people search for your videos more or come across them if you're not, like, a well-known channel. Obviously, like, no one that I know has, like, 1 million+ subscribers. I wish, but no. I don't know anybody with, like, 1 million+ subs. I know somebody with over 1,000 subscribers, but that's about it. But honestly, no. Yeah, I add tags to my videos, like, pretty much every single one. Yeah, seriously, I should have brought some tea in here. Should make a VidMe account. See, I even just got... I can't wait. If YouTube gets really downhill. Yeah, dude, if YouTube starts going downhill, I will make a VidMe account as a backup. I have never gotten around to doing one of those, but just in case that it does happen, I'll keep that in the back of my head, just like with earlier, as in my memory banks, to make a backup account on another website, just in case. So, if YouTube ever does plummet, and I, have to stop making videos for whatever reason, or if I just, I have to, I don't have a choice, or I don't want to because of the YouTube just got stupid, then yeah, I'll have a backup, and I will never stop making videos 100%. But it's probably never going to happen because I just love doing it too much to entertain and interact with the audience. It's not worth giving up. And yes, Patrick, the 100,000 play button will be absolutely amazing to get. If you or me or anyone else ever reaches 100,000 subscribers, that'd be cool. I know that I would absolutely love it too. To have hanging on my wall, the boss, whatever my name is at that time. Because honestly, The Boss has always been a staple for me here on YouTube. I think The Boss is a title that I'll always have. It used to be The Boss Gaming, but I changed to Hero Official because, of the transition from gaming to superhero content. Yeah, do a lot more fan art contests. Dude, I don't blame you for that, and I'm gonna make that vlog. I will ask, I don't know if anybody would actually do it, honestly. Like, I would share the crap out of that thing. Not only because it's a video, but obviously because of the importance behind it, if anyone actually wanted to make fan art and send it to me. But that would be awesome, though, if anyone actually did that. Like, for a fan art competition, that'd be cool. I'll try my hand at that, but if, like, nothing comes out of it, it'll be whatever. It would have just been another vlog that I made to talk and interact with you guys, or attempt to in another way. So hopefully that would happen. Oh yeah, dude, the fan arts that, like, you know, PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye get, like, all those guys, yeah, absolutely. Their fan arts are really cool. There are a lot of really talented artists out there that follow them. The thing with them is, though, 57 million subscribers, 18 million subscribers, and 16 million subscribers. Those guys have millions of subs and millions of fans all around the world. So it makes sense that, you know, they would have a ton of people putting forth effort into making, you know, art for a lot of people out there. It makes absolutely sense. So I think that would be why that they get a lot of fan art and stuff. So, I mean, but yeah, it is good quality content, absolutely. Do I know what Septiplier is? Yes, I do know what Septiplier is. It's a, what my YouTube mascot, like Tiny Box Tim and Septic Guy Sam. Yeah, I never thought about channel, like, honestly, like, channel icons and stuff. Like, I think it'd be cool to have one, but honestly, I think if you're gonna have, like, a memorable one to a lot of people, you would need a way bigger fan base. You need to have at least, like, 1 million subscribers for that to happen. And yes, Rust, I know what Septiplier is. Especially after I watched that video that Mark did with Crank Gameplays, the newest addition to his team, who I'm actually a fan of as well. So that just helps solidify more and more that Septiplier is a big thing here on the internet. Hopefully Jack and Mark never actually get together, but hey, you never know. I mean, probably will never happen since they both have girlfriends. But yeah, I know what it is. It's something. But yeah, Patrick, I think that you need to have, like, a way bigger channel in order, like, I mean, you could get one now, but I mean, like, it's one thing to have one and one thing to be recognized by millions of people for that mascot. Yeah, dude, the video where, like, PewDiePie and Jack, where they slapped Mark, honestly, like, the one with PewDiePie, he, like, you could tell, like, he tried to, like, lightly slap Mark, but Jack, he just went all in there. It was funny to see. I think it looked like he legitimately, like, tried to hurt Mark. He probably didn't try to, like, assault him or anything like that, because, you know, they are friends. But I think it was a really funny video. To look more professional. Yeah, Patrick, I think that would be, like, a common thing with, like, everybody here on YouTube, honestly. Yeah, dude, there is so much, there is so much screwed stuff here on the internet. I mean, like, Septiplier is just one example of it. I mean, like, I don't go out of my way to look up for, like, messed up stuff here on the internet, because that's something that I have no idea what Chris Chan is, and I probably don't want to know. But, yeah, there is a lot of messed up stuff. Septiplier is just one example of that. I've seen some... I saw a Kingdom Hearts fanfiction once where Sora and Riku got together. It was a rendition from that song of My Bloody Valentine. And it was where Riku was in a relationship with Sora, and he kidnapped him and killed somebody. So, yeah, I've seen some disturbing video game fanfiction and stuff like that. There's a lot of really messed up stuff on the internet, though. And I don't go out of my way to read any of that stuff, or, you know, watch it or anything like that, because I can do without the creepiness and the goriness. 4chan is a horrible message board community that trolls Twitch streamers. Yeah, dude, I've never been on 4chan personally, but I have heard a lot of bad things about 4chan. It's one of those websites that just goes on there and just randomly spams people. It's not just Twitch, though. I've heard that they've done that on YouTube, too. That they go there and they just try to mislead people and just start arguments in the comment sections and stuff, like on streams and whatnot. So, I mean, as far as 4chan goes in that aspect, I don't like 4chan. They sound like pretty bad people. Or a bad website. Christian's the autistic guy that made the cringy comedy show. So, oh, that dude. Okay, then. Well, I'll say this, though. His name, Sonic Chew. Great. That sounds amazing, Sonic Chew. Okay, then. Oh, by the way, hey, Phil, what's going on, dude? It's good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, dude, I haven't seen much of Sonic Chew, though, if I'm perfectly honest. I'd have to look that up. So that's who Chris Chan was, though. Because I mean, I don't know 100% about Sonic Tube, so I had no idea that was Chris Chan. That's interesting, though. Saw a video titled 5 Good Deeds. 4chan did after the first one. Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't looked much into 4chan, and I do know about their trolling, but I haven't seen 5 Good Deeds. What's that about? Is that like, well, what's that supposed to be? I have no idea. I mean, this is like my first time hearing about this, so if it's as bad as you say it is, then don't know why 4chan is still up in the video business. So, yeah. Oh, dang. Allergies still suck. Ugh. But yeah, yeah, that makes sense, though, about, 4chan. Look up Chris Chan documentary if you dare know about his criminals in his life. Am I gonna be scarred for life if I look this up? Rough stuff. If I look up Chris Chan, and I'm dead the next morning, we're all good. All of us here, as my witness, we're gonna know that it was your fault if I end up dead. I swear, dude, like, I'm pretending to look it up now. If I look it up and I see it, I'm like, and I just die like that, I'm blaming you, dude. Nah, dude, I'll look it up after the stream. I hope I don't die, but I will give it a shot just to see what he's created, purely because I'm curious. Nothing else. Yeah, Patrick, I do play old games. I haven't played many of the SpongeBob games. As far as, like, old SpongeBob gameplay goes, the last one that I ever played, that was several years ago. I played the Atlantis one, the one where they went to the lost city of Atlantis, which wasn't really a lost city, but it was, in that bus that they had. I remember distinctly playing that game. Yeah, I know. I've seen you play a lot of different older games. I've seen, like, you're posting stuff on Facebook. Yeah, I've only played that Lost City of Atlantis game. Sonic Boom referenced Chris Chan once. Really? Sonic Boom did? See, I had no idea about that. I must have missed that. It makes sense, though, now that I think about it. Yeah, I'm trying to think back to, like, Sonic Boom. I don't remember any Chris Chan references. Of course, not that if I did hear it, I wouldn't have recognized it because, you know, I wasn't really, like, didn't really recognize the name as much till now. Ruined the series, in my opinion, especially Knuckles. I mean, Sonic Boom, I think, is okay. I think it's, like, one of those revamped shows. It's kind of like Teen Titans Go, where they're trying to take back, like, all these old shows and old, like, classic video game characters and stuff, and they're trying to make them into something else. Like, to be perfectly honest, like, Teen Titans Go, for example, it's not that great. It's pretty bad, actually. I mean, like, maybe you guys like them. I mean, like the series, I have no idea. But I watched it for, like, the first season, or, like, first several episodes, and I'm not really big into it. That probably, the Armadillo character, okay, that would make sense then. Okay, I get it. Because Chris is, okay. That makes sense. Okay, I gotcha. So I'm probably just gonna have to go back and watch that particular thing, and now it's gonna make sense when I see it next. So thank you for pointing that out, because now I'll know. The more you know, right? You learn something new every day. Yeah, honestly I can't speak much towards Sonic Boom, though. I think it's an okay show. I mean, Knuckles, I think he's all right. I mean, I don't really pay too much attention to, like, you know, shows like that anymore. I mean, like, I do to a point, but I'm not, like, big into them, if you know what I mean. I'm more of the CWDC TV show kind of guy, History Channel, some other shows, like Supernatural and stuff like that. Which has been Cartoon Network, and it's better ones that are not sure, because of Cartoon Network. Maybe that'll explain the transition, because they had a lot of classic shows back in the day, like the original Teen Titans, for example. That was really good. I really enjoyed that series. If the reason behind all these new shows like Uncle Grandpa, Teen Titans Go, Yokai, some of the other shows that are on right now, I don't know. like the rebooted versions of these shows, if it's because of like if the woman's like a new executive producer, or she's like the new head of Cartoon Network or something, yeah, that might explain. I've noticed that Teen Titans Go pretty much has been the other thing. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the thing with Teen Titans Go is they show other shows, but that show is probably like one of their most popular shows right now on Cartoon Network. And I think that honestly, that's gonna be like the leading mascot for, you know, the whole thing. And in all honesty, I mean, little kids watch it mostly, if I'm honest. I mean, like, maybe some like older people do. I have no idea. I think that's just the leading mascot right now. Yeah, the original dude was way better. The thing that I really hated about the original series was, you know, I didn't hate the original series. I shouldn't say that. That's harsh. The ending was really, really open. I mean, I thought Raven was a good character, but I'll agree with you. Starfire was pretty hot. I would date her totally if she was real. So, I mean, I'm just putting out there. I'm just being honest. Once you know who Chris Chan is, you will feel bad about him. By feel bad about him, do you mean you will feel bad about, like, the fact that he's a person, or that you'll feel bad for him, like, because of who he is? I can't speak too much to it now. If that's the case, like, you'll feel bad for him because of, like, his situation and stuff, maybe I will. I mean, like, I have no idea. I can't speak toward it now because, you know, again, didn't really know too much about him until now. But maybe I will. Honestly, like, I hope he's not going through a rough time. If he's a decent guy, then it's like, life got ruined by troll. Dude, that's terrible. I mean, I can sympathize with that one. Yeah, Patrick, that's part of the ending. It was also a big cliffhanger involving Deathstroke and the Titans, basically, you know, having to go save Terra, and it was basically supposed to be a setup for a new season, but for some reason they never made another one, and the series ended off in, like, a really bad cliffhanger. Series was good, ending not so much. As far as, you know, as far as Chris Chan goes, dude, that's terrible. Like, even with, I don't want to dig up, like, past drama and stuff like that, but, like, when the whole Keemstar thing was going on, and people were talking about, you know, him doxing people and exposing their private information and basically ruining their lives with his audience, sounds kind of like the same thing. I'm just saying. But, dude, that's terrible. I mean, like, if Trolls ruined his life, that's not cool. People can be really cruel sometimes, honestly. It's not right. People to go out there and just harass other people and expose them. You know, expose, like, their personal information and stuff. It's just not right. I've been telling myself. I mean, honestly, at this point, I mean, you can go back and watch the original if that's really what you want to do, man. I mean, I honestly wouldn't blame you if you did, because the original Teen Titans is a really good show. But, you know, you have to think about it, too. Like, the world's moving on. I mean, like, that series will always be a classic staple in the minds of people that have watched it. But at the same time, you know, they're making new anime and stuff out there, and people gotta enjoy it. So, yeah, that's pretty much where that's at. I don't blame you for that one, though. Anime, they're making some pretty good animes nowadays. That's not the Death Note Netflix movie. Because, honestly, that was a live-action train wreck. Ah, oh, dude. I'm surprised that the show on Nick. I remember that show. Max and Ruby from Disney Jr. Nick Jr. I remember that show. I watched that a lot when I was a kid. That was around for a while. Oh. So, I mean, I'm surprised that it's even still around, if I'm honest. I didn't even know that they were still making it. You know, Max talks full sentences in the Paris game. Okay, that figures, then. The show must be popular to be going on for this many years. So it figures they'd make other advancements to it. Rusto, my favorite PC game. Interesting question. It wasn't actually until recently, believe it or not, that for the past couple of months, I've been playing PC games. I have not been a lifelong PC gamer. I've been more a console or handheld gamer. But since I've discovered that PC games are actually really good, I don't want to really have a one specific favorite PC game. I will say this, though. I've been having a lot of fun with Subnautica and Don't Starve recently. Very, very good games that I have found on here. Dark Souls 2, by the way, I have found to be a really, really good game. I think that that's really cool. Dude, I love console games. I think of myself as, unless it's like the PC Elite System. I have rough style. I got no idea what that is, dude. The PC Elite Systs? Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, honestly. I'm new to the whole PC world. Patrick, I agree with you to an extent. I love console games, but honestly, PC games are pretty good too. I gotta be honest. Because I like to think of myself as more as a hybrid in a lot of different things, including gaming, especially with consoles. I love consoles, but I like PC too. So I would say both, honestly. Like, can't really pick a favorite out of the two, but if I had to choose, I would pick console just simply because I'm new to the whole PC world. But hey, you never know. Just come back in a couple more months, see what my opinion on PC gaming is at that point. Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Like, the lower that you go into the ocean, the more creatures that you encounter, the harder that the difficulty gets in the game. I mean, that's part of what adds the fun to it, though. I think that Subnautica's a really good game. It's good exploration. There's a lot of really cool and unique functions to the game itself. And, I mean, if you want to play it, dude, and you can't, that sucks that you can't play it, because you're missing out on that if I play the game. Well, hopefully, if you ever do play it one day, that, you know, you don't throw up, because that would really, really suck. Just like mid-game, you open up the PC, just type, it's like, hey, look, let's see if I go farther. Taps the button, zooms in slowly to the screen, just keeps looking, keeps going down into the gorge, you see a sea creature, right all over your laptop. Now you got a laptop to clean up, in addition to playing a game that makes you nauseous. So good job there, nauseous people playing Subnautica. What am I talking about? But yeah, dude, if you ever do decide to play it, thanks, man. I try. I just like to, sometimes I'm just randomly stupid, too, sometimes. I try. Yeah, dude, hopefully you can get over, Subnautica, like your Subnautica nausea, if you ever do play it one day. Oh. Man, how long have I been streaming? You know, I remember when I said at the beginning of the stream that the stream is supposed to be 15 minutes, and it's turned into an hour and 30 minutes. Dude, I am not 100% sure if Subnautica's on PS4. I don't think so, but it might be. You'd have to look that one up, but I'm pretty sure that Subnautica's just a PC game. Ugh. 2 hours? No, it is not 2 hours. It's been going on for an hour and 32 minutes. Your computer's broken. Like I thought my laptop was a couple days ago. But, yeah, anyway, though, oh, you're serious? Dude, I don't know what's going on, though, on your end, then, because I've been going for like an hour and 30 minutes. I know because I started at like 11. A little past 11. So maybe it is 2 hours, I don't know. Either way, if it's been 2 hours, the longest I've ever streamed, because my second time streaming, and I streamed for 47 minutes yesterday. Anyway, though, I don't regret it, though. I love staying up. I love talking with all of you guys that showed up for today on the stream. It was actually really, really fun. Thank you, Patrick, Rusta, and TDS, for being here and interacting with me. I love it. Hopefully, you know, you guys will be back for the next stream, which will hopefully be tomorrow night as I'm streaming some gameplay. If I don't do gameplay, I'll just do another one of these discussion things with you guys. And hopefully, you know, it was amazing having you guys here today. Hopefully we get some more people in for next time. And for those of you watching this on YouTube, or those of you who do watch it on YouTube, I do appreciate it. For you guys, you know, that watch this video, if it would be really appreciated if you guys could share the video, you know, spread the word about me doing these live streams, because I love interacting with the people who showed up here today. They're really cool people. And I love talking with you guys about all sorts of different things. It's really awesome. And I don't regret doing it for this long, obviously. And Patrick, to answer your question, because yes, I did see that. Have I ever played a game that's made me nauseous? Not that I could remember, honestly. Like, there could have been when I was younger, but honestly, I can't remember. I can't think of any games that made me, like, really sick. The only things that make me really nauseous or sick are, like, amusement park rides. Like, spinning ones. Like, I still, to this day, have to take, like, a motion sickness pill on some rides at certain amusement parks before I go on them if they're spinning. Because motion sickness and me don't really get along sometimes. Honestly, no, I can't think of any games that make me like that. So hopefully that answers that one. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for coming down and watching the stream today. I really appreciate, again, like, all you guys watching. Again, be sure to spread the word about it if you can. It'd be really awesome. And I just love interacting with you guys. It was awesome. Hey, it was nice chatting with you too, Patrick. Same goes, again, once again, to you, Roughsta, and you, TDS, when you guys were here, or when TDS was here anyway. Thank you guys so much, though, for watching. If you guys, you know... You guys have any more thoughts or feelings and stuff? Yeah, Roughsta, awesome chatting with you guys, too. I will probably be back tomorrow night, probably around the same time, because I will be out for a little bit, but I'll be back before this time, so I'll probably be back on tonight. So, not tonight. Tomorrow night, at this time, Eastern Standard Time, in the United States. What am I talking about? I'm tired. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this live stream, and... until next time, I will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.